Greetings, everybody, and welcome. We're finally here in Poland. It is day number 187, full travel day, big time. I started in Finland. A guy traveling with us for security traveled from Virginia through Paris and Atlanta, Paris, and into Warsaw. Zhenia's been all the way in Western Europe, but we were able to connect just a little while ago in Warsaw. So if you didn't believe that we're real, we're real. And this is as real as it gets.
Yes.
So, Jacob, welcome, man.
Okay.
We finally made it.
Yeah, we're here. On the way.
We are on the way. We're currently in Poland,
Mm-hmm.
and tomorrow morning we have a nice breakfast,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're heading into Ukraine
Yes.
and get to our base city tomorrow night. Got to cross the border. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. And away we go. So we are here and everything is safe. I can tell you all the bags arrived, everything that this great community purchased. As far as our medical supplies, everyone is here. Nothing was lost. So we're good to go and looking forward to serving the people of Ukraine, being here on the ground, getting the truth out, and just continue to do what we do, but this time not talking from a far distance. We're here. So that being said, we're going to get a little bit of sleep tonight because it's already very late here in Poland, but we had to come on here because we haven't missed a day and we're not going to miss one yet. So Zhenia, you've been watching this stuff. I've been traveling all day. So day 187, I'll talk a few things and you can update the folks. When we talk, and all of our graphics and maps, we'll have to get to that when we get in Ukraine. But tonight, you guys know what we're talking about. Ukraine had a really good day down in the south in Kherson.
Yeah, I mean, from what information we have, I hope for much more hidden.
Yes.
And the good things is hidden. I hope for that, but and I hope that our guys right now pushing back and getting Ukrainian territory back and making these days closer, the days of peace for all Ukrainians.
The number we had just a little while ago is about 6 miles.
Yeah.
About 6 miles, Ukraine has been able to push the front line back down there. And the other thing is, you guys know that we've been following the saga of Kherson, and if you're in here all the time, you know the Antonivsky Bridge. Of course, that's been taken out of commission, but the Russian forces are trying to build a pontoon bridge, and you know, they just need to leave that area alone because we have the bullseye there. So we've struck the pontoon bridge too. So what Ukraine is doing, and we were talking about this just before going live or recording tonight. You said, you know, Ukraine is hitting all the bridges. We're hitting strategic locations in areas that we need to but there's a reason for it. It's like you said, there is an expediency, or it's very important that Ukraine push right now because
they're probably, you heard about this or not, their reinforcement from the Russian side are on the way, quite strong, and so surely we don't want to have it, and we want to stop it as far as possible from our places, and it's one of the reasons. The second one, I think it's because we need to use the moment while they are out of supplies. The bridges are destroyed, the main railways are the same, it doesn't work, so the main ways of supply are not working, so we need to use it. Yes.
Well, the other thing is, you know, we've talked about it a couple days ago, up to 90,000 additional Russian troops are coming, and even though we keep striking the supply lines down deep in Crimea, you know, being further away, those are a little bit I don't want to say easier, but Russia's better able to repair a line or repair a train and get the supplies out of Crimea, which is Ukraine, by the way, up into the south of Ukraine. So while we've got them on their heels, we need to hit them. The other thing I would say is, here we sit in Poland tonight and heading into Ukraine. I was in Finland yesterday. I was in Finland today. Yesterday in Finland, it was 87 degrees, okay, in Helsinki. And a storm came through.
Cold.
87 Fahrenheit.
Oh. Yes.
30 degrees Celsius.
Oh.
In Finland's hot.
Sorry, yes.
Okay, so a storm came through yesterday afternoon, and I was with lots of Finnish people, and I've actually interviewed some on the program the last few days. They made this statement. It was August the 29th or whatever. They said, okay, today's our last day of summer. It's over. And today, 49 degrees. Freezing in Finland. So the weather can change quickly. It will not change that quickly in Ukraine, but it will be coming. So not only do we have the expediency because we've got them, we've got them scrambling right now. So we're hitting them. But secondly, winter's coming. And we need to be aggressive as we can because it's going to be very difficult in these frontline cities or in places they're evacuating and people are going to stay to provide heat and services for them.
Yes, it's challenging, and it's to save as much Ukrainian lives. We need to take them back to Ukrainian territory, to Ukrainian care, and and protection.
I think one thing you learned today, we're getting here, and we've got a really good security guy, and I do want to give a big shout out to Charles Powell for helping to make that happen. He's going to be rock solid for us, as well as the Ukrainian guys we'll be working with. But it's pretty interesting that even though we do this every night, and there are 4 or 5 other streamers that do it every night. I think only one is actually in Ukraine, maybe 2. So we're gonna take up the game a little bit here over the next few weeks. But it's surprising to me, being in Finland, some conversations you had today in Poland, people still do not know that civilians are being killed.
And the hospitals being destroyed, bombed, shelled, and the schools. And preschools.
If you're listening tonight, which you are, and thank you for being here, make no mistake about it. A majority of the targets that are hit are civilian. And I think that's a fair statement. A majority. Are they hitting military targets? Some. But they're leveling residences, these buildings, hospitals, theaters, schools, summer camps. The summer camp that was struck down in Mykolaiv 3 weeks ago. It's just indiscriminate. And I know, like in Kharkiv, you just shell anything. Any building. Just destroy it.
Yes, it's not funny. I mean,
no, we're not laughing, but people don't get it.
Yes, it's...
I was up in Finland.
I think
Go ahead.
If you'll be in Kharkiv, or when you'll be in Kharkiv and be possible to record, you can take a
We're
video
gonna tell the
non-stop, like entering like some different part of the city, and then to record. Not possible to make it by mistake.
No, we can't.
Not possible to claim that yes, it means that from every side of every building, there is a like a Kharkiv, a military place, like with no civilians, but it is not like that.
Let me tell you something that happened today, guys. And once we get into Ukraine tomorrow, we'll start getting more stabilized and get everything set up and even be better in the streams and updates. But it's not easy to get there. It's a long journey, but we're getting there. But let me tell you what happened today in Finland. I'm in the airport in Helsinki, and Jane and I are texting back and forth. He's down here in Poland, and I said, man, and listen, don't misunderstand me. I have Russian friends, and it's I have Russian people that I love. That's not what I'm talking about. But in the airport today, I saw so many Russian tourists. It was unbelievable. And you say, well, how do you know they were Russian? Well, first of all, I understand the language. Second of all, I'm looking at their red passport with the double-headed eagle. They're Russians. And they're coming back from vacations, and a lot of them evidently are still using Finland. I don't know how, but St. Petersburg is right there. So they're using Finland somehow. I guess they haven't locked that border completely for some type of transit.
But I think they just did open a visa, had this visa open, and that period covers.
So they're still legal to do it.
Yes, they didn't cancel it yet, but we
Okay.
probably hope will not give them new.
So let me tell you what happened. I get on the plane today. I've got on this t-shirt because I haven't changed clothes, took a shower yet. I stand for Ukraine, my blue and yellow. And I had my backpack and kind of converted from the work in Finland now to getting ready to be here in Ukraine. I've got the press badge on the backpack. I've got my, my fingers there for Ukraine. And these people keep looking at me, and they do not know that I understand them pretty well. And they're just talking. They're talking about their vacation, and they're looking at my shirt and staring at it, and just no emotion. I said, okay. And then here comes more. And I'm just sitting there. I texted Jane, I said, dude, there are 35 people on my plane that are Russian. And I sit down in my seat, and wouldn't you know it, this is what happens to me. The Russian family that I was staring at sits down beside me. No joke. So I'm sitting here texting to Jane. I said, man, this is unbelievable. And they're just talking about their vacation and their holiday, and life is good. And I was deciding whether I actually wanted to ask them a question. Are you for the war or against the war? Because if they would have, and I didn't do it because I didn't want to cause a disturbance, but if they would have said against the war, I'd have shook their hand and said, thank you. Now go tell somebody else. But I just didn't want to go there. I needed to get down here. I didn't want to start a brawl. But let me tell you what happened. I'm sitting there talking to Zhenya. And the flight attendant comes down, and the girl that was sitting beside me, moved. She didn't even want to sit by me because of Ukrainian t-shirt. And you say, well, how do you know that? Because she looked at me in English and said, we are not Russian. We are Polish. I think it was her dad. She's in her 20s. Her dad and her mom were over there. And I just ignored her, and I looked at him. I said, in Russian, I said, show me your passport. He looked at me and says, no. I said, show me your passport. We're Polish. I said, show me your passport. I said, you've been speaking Russian the whole time, and I know you're Russian. I saw your passport. I said, and I don't care. I said, but look what's happening. I didn't leave her. She got up and left me. Then the flight attendant came, is there a problem? I said, no, there's not a problem. And of course, that was a very chilling flight. But my point being, that's just kind of the reception and the attitude in Europe toward anything Ukraine. And it was, we've seen the videos where people have been, kicked and screamed at all throughout Europe. But the girl got up and left. And then tried to tell me they're not Russian, and I'm speaking to them in Russian, and show me your passport. I'm not showing you my passport.
You have seen the other attitude to Ukrainians and KFC today.
Yes, and you're right. Now, let's fast forward to tonight. We had a good meal once we got here. We went to the International Kentucky Fried Chicken, and we experienced a good attitude toward Ukrainians. And a good attitude toward English speakers. And that happened in Kentucky Fried Chicken. Take a look at this.
Here?
Hey, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yes.
But look here, look here. Because of all the refugees in Poland, look here.
Polish, English,
and Ukrainian. So that the Ukrainians are taken care of in Poland. Yes. Sweet daddy. The Last Supper. So wasn't that cool? They care about these refugees, where they even put the menu in the Ukrainian language. So that's where we're at, folks. It's getting real now, and we thank you for being here. Of course, there's still shelling everywhere. There's missiles flying, but Ukraine they are making a good push in the south, and for that we're thankful. But we'll get into Ukraine tomorrow and get back to normal. So, anything else you want to say, bud?
Happy you're here.
I'm happy to be here.
Look for the new things. We will help to people in Ukraine together as a team.
We're gonna we got food, we got medicine, we've got supplies for the military, we've got friends, and we're gonna get on the ground and do the best we can. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for all of your support. A lot of you have been here from day one, and we're on day 187, and you've watched this evolve from day one. Jay and I talking about the war, and day 187 we're here and ready to roll in because we care, and we know you care. So thank you everybody. Thank you for all the giving. Thank you for all the finances. Special thanks to Pastor Kent and Ms. Luann for administrating all of these finances and all of this community from around the world. Dude, we got tourniquets from around the world. Australia, Tasmania, Canada, Great Britain, Ireland. I mean, the list goes on and on. And
guys,
of course,
you're watching this. Thank you from Ukraine.
Yes, thank you. So anyway, we love you, and we'll keep you posted. Now, as I said earlier, once we get into Ukraine, and even starting tomorrow, we're gonna be documenting everything. There's really two main reasons I'm here, and that is, number one, 25 years working here. These are my brothers and sisters. So if America was in this situation, I know they would do everything to come help. So this is blood. This is family. Secondly, there's more than just giving money sometimes. And I think the best thing we can do is put a handshake and a hug with the money, put a handshake and a hug with the resources, and let folks know we're standing with them. So that's what we're going to be doing, and we're going to give you the journey the best we can. It probably will be more than just the 9 p.m. Eastern streams, but we'll even hit some lives and do different things when it's available. Ricochet, I know you're there watching and saying, hey, now make sure you're not recording where you're not supposed to. Don't worry, we will not do anything we're not supposed to, but we're going to share everything that we can at the right time in the right place. So you're going to see everything. It just may be 36 hours later, but you're going to see it. So thank you. Thanks, Shanka.
Thank you.
All right. Be blessed, guys. Peace to you and peace to Ukraine. We'll see you soon in a few hours. Good night.